Right now at 9, the Storm Force team on high alert as severe weather moves through the area. This is our Oak Brook Tower camera. You can see the conditions. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Corey McFerrin.
And I'm Dawn Hasbrook. We begin with team coverage on the storms. Viewers report very heavy rain and hail that started moving in just after 7 tonight. First, we will check in with Tia Ewing in the western suburbs. Tia.
Well, we're actually in Warrenville right now, Dawn, and you said it, that rain has really been coming down. It is moderate right now. When you look up at the light pole, it really shows you just how much rain is coming down right now. Not too intense, but that's definitely not what we experienced earlier. Really, the big story out here right now is a lot of lightning when you look towards the sky. We can't rule out, though, damaging winds, flash flooding, and even tornadoes. We do know there's still a severe thunderstorm watch here in DuPage County, and that expires at around 2 this morning. Really, the story now, the heat and humidity that is fueling these severe storms.
The heat's been pretty intense.
Well, that was Mary Beth, who got right to it, talking about the weather that we've experienced here lately, where it felt like triple digits. She's right. It's been downright grueling. About 6 miles from where we are now in Warrenville is Glen Ellen, right off of Butterfield Road. That's where we captured these images that you see right here. The rain was pretty intense. There was lightning, thunder, and that had residents really concerned because earlier this month, you'll remember, a tornado did touch down here in DuPage County.
But with the storms and everything, we've had a lot of storms out here. Funnel clouds, things like that and everything. So hopefully we won't have that tonight.
So here's something that you do need to worry about tonight, what we did experience as we've been driving around DuPage County this evening. It's definitely dark out here now, and we have encountered some ponding and some standing water on the roadways, and you may not see it because it is dark outside, so you do need to be aware of that. There is also a flash flood warning until 2:15 in the morning here in DuPage County. Of course, we will continue to monitor the weather here for you, and let's go to Anthony Ponce. He's live in Park Ridge and continues our team coverage tonight. Anthony?
Tia, thank you very much. Similar situation up here in the northwest suburbs to what you were describing. At the moment, it is a lightning storm up here over Park Ridge. It's been pretty much constant lightning as we go to the shot on top of a storm force tracker. Constantly for, I would say, about the last 30 minutes or so. And the unusual thing is that we've seen very little wind and very little rain. We heard our first rumble of thunder 8 minutes before 9 o'clock. So it's feeling to me like the rough stuff is about to arrive to the spot where we're at right now. I'm sure you can see in the angle all that lightning above those houses right now. You can see it. It's pretty much just constant. And my photographer Todd took a very remarkable time lapse off a GoPro over the last hour or so. We'll rack that up for later in the show, but you can just see the clouds going from light and wispy to dark and ominous very quickly. But again, the roughest stuff and rumbles of thunder just started. And we did speak with ComEd a little earlier in the evening. They say they have their emergency operations center ready to go to deploy crews in the event of power outages because they were expecting damaging winds as part of this. Those winds have not arrived here to Park Ridge just yet, but again, lightning and thunder and a whole lot of lightning. But again, the unusual thing, not too much wind yet and not too much rain. So that is the latest from Storm Force Tracker up here in the northwest suburbs in Park Ridge. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Anthony. Really something to see. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Emily Walls. You saw those pictures, right, Emily?
Yes. So you were just hearing from Anthony how much lightning he was seeing, and we were getting the visuals of that too. Take a look at all of the lightning that we've seen over the past hour. Really impressive light show out there tonight. Turning that off, though, to get a sense of what we're dealing with. So starting right around 7:30, we had a severe thunderstorm warning that was issued for parts of DuPage and Kane counties, and we've had that warning very consistently in place until just a few minutes ago. But take a look at all of the scattered activity that you see currently moving through. What you're looking at, this is no longer labeled as severe, but we're dealing with torrential downpours. So we actually have a flash flood warning now in effect for portions of Kane County that's extending into DuPage County as well, because watch as I set this in motion. These really haven't moved all of that much. So we're getting ponding on the roadways. And again, we could be dealing with that flash flood threat. Now there's a lot more storm activity that's further off to our west, and take a look at our heat index values. We still have a lot of heat and humidity to work with over the next few hours. So those storms, there's not going to be much to slow it down. Here to tell you more is Tim Miguel.
Yeah, I just want to show you, we're looking out west now. We were just looking closer to the area here, and we're in and around Chicago, but this is the Mississippi River here. This is, of course, the border of western Illinois, and you see these thunderstorm warnings blinking. That means these are destructive severe thunderstorm warnings. That means you've got either hail the size of baseballs, or in this case, you've got winds up to 80 miles an hour or more. And this is part of what we think is a bow echo starting to form here. So in this little squall line starting to push forward in a spot there, this is racing off towards the east around 40 to 50 miles per hour. Should arrive in our western suburbs here, maybe Rockford and DeKalb, within about the next 45 minutes or so. And this is going to pack a punch. If it hangs together, it could produce winds the equivalent of an EF0 or EF1 tornado. There isn't a tornado warnings in effect immediately in our area, but there is one here across eastern Iowa. But again, these are strong enough winds that could do some really serious damage as this storm system moves off towards the east. So we'll be watching this bow echo as it approaches over the next about hour or two. Back to you.